It's a different world, even at Maserati. New Ghibli, Driventest SUV, and quadruport models have increased the brand's sales more than tenfold. Roughly 42,000 new Maseratis will be sold this year. But unlike those other models, the GranTurismo contains nary a trace of Chrysler. It remains very much a product of the old, pre-FCA Maserati and is still built on a shortened, two-door version of the platform used for the previous generation quadruport, a car we remember fondly. While the untrained eye might not see much difference between the 2008 GranTurismo and the 2018 GranTurismo, there have been many small changes over the years. The 2018 model has new bumpers at both ends that help lower the drag coefficient to ensure that this Maserati, in coupe form, can reach at least 185 miles per hour. Spec it right, Maserati hints, and you'll hit the European magic number of 300 kilometers per hour, which is 186 miles per hour. There are new headlights, an 8.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system shared with the Ghibli and some Chrysler products, the latest generation of Pirelli P0 footwear, and a new analog clock. The sole engine is still the 454 horsepower 4.7-liter V8, which traces its gestation to the belly of the 1999 Ferrari 360 Modena and has been screaming ever since. A 6-speed automatic is the only gearbox available. Switching to the latest 8-speed automatic was something Maserati didn't want to spend on. Brand new vintage GT. We thought we'd seen the mid-cycle refresh in 2013 and that 2018 might bring us a full replacement based on the Alfieri concept car. Instead, this refreshed GranTurismo is by no means a new car, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The GranTurismo's interior, from the instrument panel to the rear seats, which really are suitable only for kids, is dressed in soft leathers with impeccable stitching. Unlike the newer Maseratis, there are no switches shared with the Jeep to spoil the mood. The GranTurismo is cast as Maserati's halo car, and it doesn't appear to be built to a cost, but rather to a near-Bentley standard. Starting the Murno-built V8 requires sliding the key into the ignition and turning the tumbler, a quaint reminder of life in 2008. A cross-plane crankshaft gives the V8 a distinct trip that's muted in normal mode and perfectly obnoxious when you open up the exhaust by pressing the sport button. Running this naturally aspirated engine to its 7,500 revolution per minute redline weakens your will and makes you forgiving of acceleration that hasn't kept in step with our turbocharged times. Most cars at and just below the coupe's $134,625 starting price easily outrun the GranTurismo, courtesy of forced induction. The convertible opens at $152,265. Internet commenters will scoff, rightly, for once, at what we estimate to be a 4.5-second 0 to 60 mph time, nearly 50% slower than the 3.1 seconds a Porsche 911 Carrera S needed in a recent test. Electronically adjustable dampers in the base sport model offer a calm ride even when set to their firmest mode. The supposedly more aggressive MC version's single-mode dampers are also compliant enough for daily duty. Start pushing around the GranTurismo and it can't hide its long, 115.8-inch wheelbase and more than 2 tons of mass. On tight mountain passes, it complies with your most absurd requests but with more body motion than any of the latest Mercedes-Benz SLs, not to mention the sportier Porsche 911 and Jaguar F-Type. Grip is excellent, and the brakes are strong, if a little dead through the first bit of travel. The steering effort and its creamy responses recall a world before electrically assisted power steering gagged feel. Comparison is odious. In a sense, the GranTurismo reminds us of when Acura redid the new N1990 NSX for 2002. It didn't gain any extra power over the 2001 model, only a cosmetic and chassis refresh. As much as we still loved the NSX, the years had caught up to it, and we had to admit it wasn't going to win any comparison tests. The GranTurismo is like that last NSX, it's managing to hold back the years better than you'd expect and remains a joy to listen to and to drive. It's a bit underpowered for the class of 2018, which means it's objectively behind more modern cars from Porsche, Jaguar, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. Subjectively, the Maserati scores style points for its exterior design and the hand-built quality of its interior. Like every Maserati ever built, it toys with your emotions and suppresses rationality. Whenever that delayed Alfieri-like replacement arrives, it might be too soon for some of us.